Thank you, Mr. Turner, for agreeing to meet with me today and to have this interview. I really do appreciate your dedication to the school and to other teachers in the school site. The first question would be, how would you describe your job title and duties?
As the school's library media specialist, it's my responsibility to plan, develop, and administer the school's library media program. I provide assistance to students and teachers on how to best utilize technology, information literacy skills, resources, both print and non-print. I see myself as the school's technology expert. Not that I know everything about, all the technology, but I'm willing to learn about new technology. I go to seminars, I go to classes, I'm self-taught, and then once I learn about this new technology, I reteach or redeliver to the students and teachers so that they can hopefully become effective users of the technology. In today's world, with everything going so much digital, it's very important to teach, students the skills on how to locate information, how to, we have all this vast information available to us on the internet, but if you don't know how to get to the information, it's not doing us any good. So, research skills are at a premium. All the information literacy skills, these are, big for these students to learn because this is what they're going to need to be able to go on, past, from middle school into high school and then high school into college or the job market. These skills are going to be huge for them. I also see myself as a collaborative teacher. I like to, get with teachers and teach part of, if they're having a project, help them decide, what kind of projects. Teach the technology side of it. Teach the computer skills. Do the video recordings with the students and help them, teach students how to edit their videos or audio or whatever format it is. I like to get in there and spend time in the classroom, collaborate with the teacher, and see the kids make a good finished product because reports aren't always done on a word processor. They're not always done on PowerPoint. We need to be looking past these things to towards the Web 2.0 skills, to the glogs, to the blogs, to the websites, the wikis, all the different things that are out there.
Thank you. I appreciate your honesty there. What data or anecdotal records do you have on the effect of technology on student achievement and learning?
Well, I know there's many studies out there that show that students have access to computers and high-speed internet. Have it increases their scores on math and reading because they have access to programs like Study Island and Achieve 3000 that show increases in these areas. Um, I think the biggest thing with technology is these kids now we have coming up, they're digital natives. I mean, just about any one of them. I mean, you can just give them any gadget, any piece of equipment, and they're not scared to just grab it and start pressing buttons and figuring it out. Where older people who aren't digital natives, we're sometimes reluctant to try things. These kids just grab it and go. So we're competing with they live in a much faster, with all the the texting and the Facebook and different things. Information travels faster to between these kids, and so we're as teachers, educators, we're battling for their attention, um, you know, and trying to get them engaged. So I think incorporating technology effectively helps get these kids engaged. It helps them stay focused on their learning. Several studies show where students who have access to technology are less likely to drop out. They stay in school, they do better. I know when I taught second grade, using the technology in the classroom it was awesome. Students, my goal was to get instead of me using technology, was to get the students engaged using the technology, using the smart board, using the manipulatives, um, you know, using the different things. The Flash Masters, is we use that. They help tremendously improve the kids' addition and subtraction skills. Second grade, that's a big skill. And we use these Flash Masters. I would have, it might just be like a 2-minute drill where they would grab a Flash Master, and they'd have like 2 minutes, and they would do like a challenge and try to, and we kept track of their scores, and they'd try to beat their scores, and I had a bullseye on the wall, and as their kids got closer to 100, they would move their pin to the center of the bullseye, trying to, that they were on target.
It was really interesting to see how you integrated technology into a second grade classroom. My next question is, what effect does the Elmo have on student learning and engagement?
Again, whenever I taught second grade, it was so wonderful to be able to. When I first started teaching, I didn't have an Elmo. I had an overhead projector, so I had the manipulatives, were the little flat things that cast, like the base tens. The ones unit was just a square. The tens unit was a long strip, and the 100 block was it was just showed up as a square, a larger square. Well, whenever I got my Elmo, then I was using real manipulatives where, underneath there, the kids could actually see the cube. They could actually see the ones unit, the 10 strip, and how these all went together, just teaching the basics like that. And then whenever I got into geometry, it was nice to hold the shapes, show what a cone is, and a cone, a cube, a pyramid, all those different geometrical shapes, the three-dimensional shapes. It was nice to be able to actually show them. And then the Elmo also, you can bring in anything that you have a picture of, and that way you're displaying it to the kids, and you're not necessarily making copies of it, so you're not violating copyright law and different things like that. I just think the Elmos in the classroom are just teachers who aren't using them, they're really missing out, because it's just wonderful. And another thing I used to do with the second graders, because that was the last time I was actually a classroom teacher, well, fifth grade, but I spent a lot of time in second grade, and we're teaching them grammar, and I had my daily sentence where they had to come up, and they would try to find out if there was a spelling error or grammatical error or punctuation and stuff. And it was neat because the kids would actually come in and they would write on the paper underneath the Elmo, and everybody got a kick out of seeing their handwriting and making the letters and different things, and it was just one more thing to keep the kids engaged and more focused on their learning.
Thank you. My next question takes me to the professional development opportunities. What programs or professional development opportunities have you implemented or plan to implement that can help teachers embrace the Elmo and other technology or new technology?
This area has been like a challenge for me. I'm at a new school, and trying to get to feel the new school, and then right off the bat I had a Title I technology inventory due, and a book fair and different things, all the challenges of just establishing myself and getting into the new routine. It's been a challenge. Some of the things that I've done in the past at my old school is I have my Techie Tuesday tip, and that's where I send out an email tip to deal with some technology. It might just be a shortcut button or just something the teachers can use to help themselves in their classroom. I also used to have a Techie Tuesday. This year our school day ends. The students are dismissed right 15 minutes before the work day ends, so there's not a lot of time after the students leave. In the past, I've had a half hour or so where I could have, once a month I'd have a little tech training, and it was optional to teachers who wanted. I might offer something on the Elmo and and just use it, or something on the smart board, or just different things. So it's been challenging trying to find a time to do stuff like that with these teachers, because they're just I'm cognitive of the fact that their day is just, they're stretched in so many ways. They have so many additional duties and responsibilities and paperwork, and they don't have very much planning time. So I hate to take away their planning time to do technology training. But I repeatedly tell the teachers, if there's ever anything they want, if they come to me, they can come down during their planning period, or they can come to see me before or after school, whatever, and I'll try to help them, or and I'm willing to stay late, to teach them, and hopefully I ask them if they would get their whole team together, maybe I could, teach the whole team. I also have, I use wikis a lot. I have a wiki on how to use the smartboard. I have a website devoted to copyright law. I also use Camtasia and other programs like that, to do like screenshots to show teachers how to maybe use a piece of software or use their computer.
Thank you, Mr. Turner, for taking the time to meet with me today and interview and answer these questions. I really do appreciate it.